I had a series of small revelations today about truth itself that led to a shattering truth about myself. I realized that I believed myself to love truth, and then I saw evidence to the contrary. I have a pattern whereby any field I pursue, I love until I reach a certain level of competence, and then I unconsciously avoid activities within these fields which reveal my true ability, all the while practicing diligently and proclaiming a love of whatever that field may be. So I now see my love of that activity somehow has been transmuted into a love of the idea of how good I was at it. My love switched to cowardice as I started avoiding the truth. I see this aspect of myself now, but how do I transcend it? Diligently expose it again and again while watching that feeling?
First, congratulations. It's a bit wordy, but you've reached a certain realization that every aspirant who will ever make any progress along the path must make. And that is, I'm a lover of the truth as long as it's sunny outside. I'm a lover of the idea of pursuing excellence and perfecting myself until I run into a limitation that reveals I'm not nearly as perfect as I've imagined myself to be.
Right.
It's only when at last all the edifices of an individual's imagined existence start to crumble that it becomes possible for a new kingdom, a new foundation, not to be built, but to be resurrected as it has already existed underneath you. But it means that you have to go without shelter for a while as you understand shelter. But it's a marvelous point in a person's development, because that's the point at which, and I was just making notes on this a couple days ago, and I intend to give a whole talk on it. It is inevitable that a person will reincarnate, meaning that they will live out a repetitious series of experiences until the nature responsible for that manifestation is revealed not as being your ally, but as being something in a conspiracy to keep you on that same path, that same treadmill. It's when you begin to see the fact of that you understand the reason you only go so far in any given situation, whether it's with your spiritual work, with your painting, with your writing, with whatever it is because you finally reach a moment in which all that you've imagined yourself as being and being able to do, you suddenly realize, my God, this path that brought me here, it doesn't go there. Mm-hmm. And at that point, a person either leaves that path or they stay on it and live with excuses and condemning themselves for all the missed moments that they weren't able to perform according to their best ideas. This is where real risk comes in. This is where real risk comes in, because real risk, spiritually speaking, but in anything, even in golf, you can make, and your body will make the same mistake over and over again, and then you will despise yourself for being someone who repeats the same mistake. In a relationship, in your finances, with your health, same thing over and over again. And the belief that me despising myself for the inaction, for my inability to change, really means I want to change, but eventually I'm going to reach a point where I'm going to say, well, I can't, and I'm just going to live with what I am. The aspirant doesn't say I'm going to live with what I am. The aspirant says I'm going to explore what I am by risking changing something, no matter how afraid I am of what may come as a result of what I'm risking. Because now you're going to start making new mistakes. You're not going to repeat the old mistakes. You're going to see the nature, for one thing, how thoroughly it grips you. How unbelievably tight are the hands of this nature that lives to convince you to protect yourself, and then after you've done that and received the negative result, to then blame yourself or a situation for the outcome. You see that more and more clearly, you will start to become a genuine risk taker. And nothing can change spiritually in your life until you do that. Next.